All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Warrior Broadcast Network. We are here from Mouton Field for a little preseason baseball between your St. Michael Warriors and the visiting Assumption Mustangs. This is preseason scrimmage number 2 and the final preseason scrimmage tune-up for both teams as they head into jamborees coming up this coming in the end of this week and the weekend. And then the regular season will get rolling on Monday. We're here to bring you this action today. We'll get a little preview of our Warrior baseball team. So sit back, enjoy. Beautiful day out here at Mouton Field. And we'll be back with the start of the action here in just a few minutes. We'll be back. Warriors about to take the field on defense.
Starting the game on the mound, number 25, Alex Warden.
And your starting battery this afternoon is on the hill, number 25, Alex Warden. And behind the plate, number 1, Grant Bruyette. And the rest of the defensive starters looks like that. From left to right in the outfield, Jude Knaps, Jack Boyles, and Connor Harris. On the infield, little correction there. At third base is Quinn Wyndham. Quinn Wyndham at third, Drew DiMattei at short, Brody Curtis at second, Jackson Sampson at first. And again, your battery, Warden, Alex Warden on the mound, and Grant Bruyette behind the plate. Glad you could join us here this afternoon for this preseason scrimmage, the second of the season. Last weekend, the Warriors took on Parkview. Had a nice scrimmage last weekend with the Eagles, and we are coming to the end of preseason baseball. Yes, baseball season is getting started much earlier. Last year, they pushed the start of the season up by almost 2 weeks due to the change in the format of the playoffs with the 3-game series. And so here we go. Pitch number 1 coming up and at you. And first pitch of the game is a fly ball out to right field. Connor Harris makes the catch on a little flare. So 1 pitch, 1 out. You'll take that every day and twice on Sunday if you are a baseball coach. Strike called. And another ball fought off the hands. Sampson had a little bit of trouble coming up with that one, but he's able to secure it and get the second out. The ball was spinning a lot. Sampson couldn't field it cleanly, but he picked it up, tossed it over to Warden, who was covering those PFPs that are done in the preseason. Another ball hit backside. Harris, shallow right field. Not too often do you see the chance of he might have been able to come up firing to first base and maybe had a chance to get the runner at first, but aired on the side of caution. Got it in. So runner at first base, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1. 4-hole hitter, runner on the way. Shallow right field. Curtis went out, could not come up with it. Picked up by Harrison, thrown in. So we'll have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Ball hit high up in the sky. Maybe got caught up in the wind a little bit. It's one of those balls that you really, really want to see caught. But now the Warriors in a first and third situation. Everything been hit to the backside so far. We'll pick off attempt. Back in plenty of time. Runner taken off. Pitch high. Inside. Ball 1. First ball of the ball game. Good pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count. A little tight. 2-1 now. And fouled off. Even the count up at 2. 2-2. 2 outs. 2 on. And runner at second and third. And swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the first inning. And no runs. 2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on after half inning. All tied at 0. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Here is how the Warriors will come out leading off. Grant Bruyette. Warriors are going to hit 11 in this game. It is a scrimmage, so Warriors are going to get a couple extra hitters in there, free subs, all that good stuff. But Bruyette will lead it off for the Warriors. And swings at the first pitch, fouled up overhead. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Ball outside. 1-1. And that one missed a little wide. The breaking ball. Out. And ball 3. 3-1 to the leadoff batter. We're just looking to get that first runner on. And the 2-2 or the 3-1 falls just in play. I think everybody out there, batter, fielder, pitcher, maybe even the umpire, thought that ball was going to fall. So Bruyette gets a single to lead off the game. Now up to bat, number 2, Jack Boyles. Playing center field right now. You could see him in a couple different spots out there in the field. Could see him in center field, could see him in right field, possibly first base. Just kind of going to depend upon who's on the mound, who's out there, healthy, whatnot, as to where Boyles ends up in the field. Drew. I think it's Drew. Yeah, it's Drew. Drew DiMattia, pinch running at first base for Bruyette. And Boyles jumps out of the way of that one. It was heading for the ankles. So 1-0. Correction, that's Alex Mayu out there running. Foul ball. Went all the way down and hit the concession stand down the right field line. 1-1 on its way. And that one fouled off. 1-2 the count. Runner at second base now is Mayu. And that's Mayu courtesy running for Bruyette. Boyles fouls off another one. Timeout called. One, two, on its way again. And breaking ball misses up. And catcher having a little difficulty throwing the ball back to the pitcher. Tosses it out towards second base. But doesn't get away far enough for Mayu to move up to third. And just a bit inside. And low. Full up. Here on the Warrior, 2-hole hitter. On the mound is Alimon. And that one's too far inside, and that will be a walk. Drawn there by Boyles. Now up. Number 13, Kane Guitro. Stepping to the plate.
Number 13, Kane Guitro.
Guitro, a sophomore. So runner at first and second now. Nobody out. 3-hole hitter Guitro up. And strike called on the outside corner. Like Assumption was trying to run the daylight play. So if Guitro would have got a pitch, he had a huge hole at shortstop as the shortstop was standing on the bag when that pitch was delivered. Breaking pitch up a little bit. 1-1 count on Guitro. Breaking ball. That one drops in for the second strike. Kind of buckled Guitro there for as that ball was coming in. The legs kind of went jelly leg there. And foul ball. Just got a piece of it. Fouled off. Guitro staying alive. 1-2 again, the count. And like a off-speed pitch, high. Yeah, change up that got away from him a little bit. So 2-2 now. Runner at first and second. Again, nobody out. Pitch on its way, and that one misses up. So Guitro's now worked the count full. Alamo throwing a lot of pitches here in this first inning. And that one's up and in. 4-4. So Guitro will jog on down to first base, take his base, and bases loaded. Now up. Number 27, the pitcher today, Alex Worthen. Got the Worthen twins. We'll be hearing their names quite a bit as they are going to be batting today. They're batting 4-5 in the order. You'll probably see them hitting somewhere around the middle of the order. Both of them can absolutely swing it. Both have really nice flat bat paths to the ball. A lot of line drives and a lot of power. And 2-0 now. Not where Alamo wants to be against either one of these Worthens. Really against anybody as a pitcher. And the 3-0. Alamo's got nowhere to put Alex Worthen. He's got to throw a strike somewhere. There it is. I think Worthen had the take on all the way. The 3-1 now is the count. And that one is in the dirt for ball 4. And we have our first run going to come across in the game. As Mayu crosses, Worthen jogs on down to first base. Now up, number 25, Bryce Worthen. And that pitch misses high. Alamo really struggling here. Nice breaking ball. 4-strike 1 to even things up at 1-1. been a single, then followed by 3 straight walks. But Alamo gets ahead now of Bryce Worthen. He was here against Guitro a couple batters ago, got ahead, but wasn't able to finish him. Bryce Worthen just takes a defensive swing at it, and ball was bobbled at the mound. The runner is going to be safe at home. Still bases loaded.
Next up for the Warriors, number 23, Quinn Wyndham.
After the error by the pitcher, brings in the second run of the game. Now up number 28, or 23 rather, Quinn Wyndham takes strike one. So Alamo getting ahead here. Nobody out still, and that one is wide. Guitro had a chance to score on that one. He didn't take advantage of that, though. One on its way. Strike called on the outside corner. One and two. Time called. Alamo stepping off the rubber. Wyndham rounds it to short. And turn two. So Wyndham grounds into a double play. The run does score. But now 2 outs. The old 6-4-3 double play turn there.
From the plate, number 4, Brody Curtis.
Now up number 4, Brody Curtis, senior. Takes strike one. Alamo's gotten back in the zone a little bit here. Ball up. Worthen gonna head in, and he's safe. So the pass ball brings up number 4. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now is the count. And step off again from Alamo. Ball misses up. And ball high again. 3-2 now. Full up to Curtis. Nobody on. Bases are clear. And that one misses up and in. So Curtis takes the walk. It's the 4th walk of the first inning for Alamo. And here comes number 24, Jude Naps. Another senior. Curtis draws a throw. He scrambles back in. Oh, on the way. Just a bit high. Catcher trying the back pick. And ball in the dirt. Curtis takes off to second base. He picks up the bag on the ball in the dirt. Naps fouls it off. Everybody giving Coach a big round of applause for making the play on that foul ball. And ball in dirt again. Nice stop by the catcher. Runs it to 3-1. Coming here to Naps. Runner at second base. And hits him in the back. So we now have runner at first and second base. And Alamon still out there. He has thrown a ton of pitches here. He's at 42, 43 pitches now here in the first inning. And the number 9, Connor Harris, stepping to the plate. Senior. And we have a visit to the mound, so we'll take a break. This is Warrior Broadcast Network. And we're back. Harris takes strike one from Alimon after that mound visit. And 0-1 bounces in the dirt, gets all the way down the first baseline a little bit. So both runners move up on the wild pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 1-2 to Harris. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Warriors still up 4-0. And just a bit outside. 2-2. And 2-2 misses just a little low. Full up here to Connor Harris with runner at second and third. Any ball hit to the outfield is going to score 2 on a base hit. And that one is a little up. And another walk from Alamon to load things up
Next up
once
for the
again.
Warriors, number 17, Luke Rougeau.
And it'll be Rougeau, Luke Rougeau, senior, stepping to the plate. The Warriors are on their 10th hitter here in the first. Alamal's on lots of pitches, and that one is fouled away. Ball outside, gets away from the catcher, but Curtis not able to score. That's the second ball in the dirt that the Warriors have not been able to score on. Swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count. That pitch is up, strike three, and that'll do it. So the Warriors put a bunch of runs on the board, 4-0 here. As we head to the second, we'll be back. All right, we are back. Bryce Warthen on the mound now. We head into the top of the second inning. Apologize for the connectivity issues we're having. I'll try to get those fixed up here as best we can in just a minute. And strike inside. Two one is the count. And foul ball. 2-2 on the hitter. This is Blankenship up for. And strike three. Ball got away from Bruyette. He does a good job of hustling back there to get to the ball for the first out. on the drop strike 3. So 1 out here in the second. Worthen misses outside. Pulling the pitch just a little bit. Strike called. Right on the outside corner. Missed a little up and out. 2-1 now is the count. 3-1. See if Worthen makes a little bit of an adjustment here. Been kind of missing that same spot away. Missing glove side. That ball gets away, but ball 4. Base runner for the Mustangs. That was Landry. And Worthen misses way up. And that's going to get over Bruyette. He's not able to get to it. Worthen's got to get back in the zone a little bit here. A wild pitch. Allowed the runner to get down to second base. Outside. Defensively, looks like only one change. It looks like it's Kobe Thrower at shortstop for the Warriors. And fouled away. Two 1 is the count here to hitter number 10, Bryce Worthen on the mound. Good off-speed pitch there from Worthen. Even things up, 2-2. 1 out with that runner at second base. Check swing, no swing. Got away from him, and he's thrown out at third. Great job by Bruyette. The ball hit the dirt, but he was able to block it up, keep it almost right there in front of him, and he hoses the runner trying to take third for the second out. So full count here. Now nobody on with 2 outs. And swing and a miss, and that'll do it. That is 3 down. So Worthen got himself in a little bit of trouble. He was able to get out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll be back. It's Warrior Broadcast Network. right, we are back. It'll be Jackson Sampson leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Strike one called. New pitcher on the mound, Revere, lefty. In a scrimmage, you'll be seeing different pitcher every inning, more than likely, for both teams. Trying to get as many arms, a little taste of game action here. Fouled off 0-2 to Sampson, the senior. Veer stepping off. And caught looking for strike three. And now back up to the top of the lineup. Number one, Grant Bruyette stepping up to the plate. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch fouled off. The 1-1, count even. In the dirt. Two and one. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop has it for out number two. That'll bring up number two, Jack Boyles.
Jack Boyles.
Boyles taps it down the left field line. It's going to be a tough play. Safe. Boyles beat that one out. Infield hit on the tapper down the third baseline. Just got it off the end of the bat.
13, Kane Guitro.
Now up, number 13, Kane Guitro, stepping up. Three-hole hitter. Line right back up the box over the second baseman's head. Boyles are able to take first to third. Guitro with the line drive single.
Nice hit by Guitro. That brings up number 27, Bryce Worthen.
Number 27. Now number 27, Bryce Worthen is up. Ball in the dirt. Yeah, I think the two Warthens messed up their batting order in the first at bat. First time around, Alex hit after Guitro, and then Bryce came up, and now they've adjusted it back to, I think, the way it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be Bryce, then Alex. Ball fouled off all the way down towards the visitor bullpen down the right field line. If you've never been here to Mouton Field, it is quite difficult to see anything if you are in the field right now. That sun is right square behind, just behind the press box. And you are staring right into the sun if you are out in the field right now. Guitro takes off, and they let the ball, think they let the ball go through. Not sure if Revere just straight missed it or that was planned. But Guitro is able to take the bag. Two and one is the count on Warthen, Bryce Warthen. Warthen fouls it off towards the concession stand down the right field line. Doesn't get anything, but it'll be 2-2 now. Count even, 2 out, 2-2, 2 out, 2 on. Any base hit's going to score 2 right here. And Warthen hits it deep out to the outfield. That's going to take the center fielder back. It's going to get over his head and get down. Warthen's going to come in with a stand-up 2-run double. Great piece of hitting right there by Bryce Warthen.
Nice double by Bryce.
Ball was
Brings up his brother
up a
Alex.
little bit, but he was able to stay on top of it and drive it towards the right field side of center field. Got over the center fielder's head. That'll bring up Alex Warthen. So back-to-back-to-back hits, 3 in a row after a strikeout and a pop-up to start the inning. It's plated 2 more runs for the Warriors, and now Alex Warthen steps to the plate. Breaking ball, strike 1. Swing and a miss. So 0-2 on Alex Warthen with his brother standing out at second. Foul ball caught for out number 3 here, but 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left on. 6-0 is your score. Warriors up big. We'll be back. Warrior Broadcast Network. All right, we are back. Couple defensive changes. Looks like Drew DiMattia back out at shortstop, number 3. And that's Ty Graves out at second base, number 8. Everybody else still the same, with the exception of, Alex Worthern over at first base. And now, number 15, Warren Kleinpeter on the mound for the Warriors. Yeah, this will be a one inning at a time sort of deal. See a different pitcher every inning. It's Kleinpeter's turn for the Warriors. 6-0 is the score. Swing and a miss. Kleinpeter gets ahead. And just a little out. One and one. Ball down. 2 and 1. Umpire not giving the low strike here today. Kleinpeter misses with the 2-1 to run it to 3 and 1. Fouled off. Full count. Landry at the plate for the Mustangs. Join us right after this, as I am going to do my version of a sprint to the back to Warrior Stadium for the girls' soccer team wrapping up the regular season, taking on Liberty. That game is scheduled to kick off at 6 o'clock. I will do my best to get back there and have it up and running and ready to go for game time. As I wrap it up here at Mouton Field and then head on back to the Warrior Stadium. Going to be a runner down at first base. Kleinpeter walks the leadoff batter. This is a guy the Warriors really need to give him some good innings here. Is Warren Kleinpeter, big left-handed junior. Got some time last year as a sophomore, varsity on the mound, but they really gonna need him to step up this year. As the batter squared around a bunt, fouled it off. In the dirt, got away from Bruyette, couldn't find it. The runner was able to advance to second base. Trying to bring that infield in a little bit, especially on the corners. Expecting the bunt. No bunt. Ball missed outside. Kleinpeter getting a little short-armed with it. Extends out that time. Swing and a miss to even things up at 2. 2-2. Bruyette's going to take a trip out to the mound. Both Bruyette and Kleinbeat are doing the typical. Let's put my glove over my mouth because I think everybody in the stands is a lip reader when not a soul out here is a lip reader. Always one of those funny things that you see happen all the time. Kleinpeter misses low. That's a nice pitch. Umpire not giving that low zone. So full up here. Fouled off into the new version of the pirate sail here. Just off to the first base sign. Yes, no more moss, no more holes in it. Brand new net. And sent into the net again. As you can maybe see on your screen, not quite sure if you can make it out, but yes, we do have the light poles are all up. We're just waiting for them all to get activated. We'll be having a little night baseball here from Mouton Field this year coming up very soon. Kleinpeter misses with the breaking ball. Throw down to third. Got him. That was ball 4. So the runner's eliminated at third, but the walk sends the hitter down to first base. So 1 out now with a runner at first. Kleinpeter coming set. Runner taking off, ball in the dirt. Got past Bruyette. Didn't really have much of a chance to react to that one. That was a fastball in the dirt. Inside. Wasn't able to come up with it. Strike called. Nice pitch from Kleinpeter. See over the ledge. All right, 2-2 is the count. Fouled off. That runner down at second base now. 2-2 count. And another foul ball. Keeping those JV and freshman players active, running after those balls in the street, in the parking lot. Kleinpeter turns. Fakes the move to second. Nothing doing there for the base runner. He wasn't off very far. Klein Peters 2-2. Misses. Not by much. Now 3-2 swing and a miss. Kleinpeter, big strikeout there. Now 2 down. That runner out at second base. That'll bring up Goday 0 for 1 on the afternoon. DeMattia holding on the runner. I think maybe a little miscommunication there, trying to get that in that little daylight play. Blocked up nicely. Brouillette. Strike called. 1-1 now. Ball 2. Pitch right around that area that the umpire's been given. But doesn't get that one. At 2-1 now. In the dirt, gets away just far enough for the runner to advance. So 3-1 now. 2 outs, runner now at third. Popped up down the right field line. Nobody has it. Harris and Graves were literally right there. That ball falls in for a hit. Run is going to score. Make it 6-1. I know Coach Tookie definitely wants that ball to get caught in the air, as he had Harris and Graves were right there. I don't know if it was a little bit of miscommunication or what, but Goday's on. That little dribbler right through the wickets. So the error out at second base on the very softly hit ground ball. It was Revere who reaches on the air. So now runner at first and second, 1 out. Warren Kleinpeter up there should have been out of this inning. Gonna have to throw a couple extra pitches. Strike called, 1-1 now. pitch from Kleinpeter. See if he can entice some more weak contact here. Swing and a miss. And the drop third strike. Now we have bases loaded. Kleinpeter, 3 in a row. Should have been sitting back in the dugout. Probably throwing about an extra 10 pitches here that he did not need to throw. And that's ball 1. Ball too high. Foul straight back. Right into your living room. Bases loaded here. 2-1 count on the batter, Hebert. Kleinpeter misses up and away. Kleinpeter, his misses are definitely arm side misses. Here's the 3-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. It gets it to 3-2. He's got nowhere to put Hebert. And misses with that one. So that will bring in another run on the walk. It is definitely an unearned run right there. The Warriors should have been out of this thing 3 batters ago. Strike 1. Kleinpeter working ahead here. One gets by the catcher, and that's going to bring in another run. Pitch down in the dirt. Bruyette couldn't handle it. So another run comes in. Here in an inning where Kleinpeter's out there knowing that he could have been in the dugout a couple batters ago. The 1-1 misses. 2-1. Evens it up, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Warriors finally get out of that. Gave up 3 runs, though, on 1 hit. Couple of errors. 2 left on, but the Warriors still up 6-3. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Leading it off here in the bottom of the third. Number 23, Quinn Wyndham. Wyndham serves one out to right field. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Assumption here in the bottom half of the inning. Now up, number 8, Ty Graves stepping to the plate. He's hitting for Brody Curtis. Strike 1 called. Called the outside corner. Two one. Now it goes to 3-1 to Graves. He rolls one towards third, hit the bag. Ty Graves going to get the infield single thanks to the third base bag. A very well-placed base down there, where it always is. Graves found it. And they're going to take a moment to check on their third baseman, who dove right into the bag. He's okay. And stepping up to the plate, number 24, Jude Knaps. With a runner at first. It's Graves down at first. called down. And Graves off the bag, pick off. And he's hosed. So caught stealing there. Graves thought he got under the tag. I thought he probably did get under the tag. But the umpire rung him up. Strike called. 1-1 now. And strike 3 called. So that's 3 up, 3 down. And that'll do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Heading in the top 4, 6-3. We'll be back.
Warriors 6.
All right, we are back on the mound for the Warriors. Number 4, Brody Curtis, senior. And at third this inning, number 27, Bryce Worthen. You got the Worthen twins on the corners here in the 4th inning. Everybody else is the same up, and like we got that rotation there at shortstop. It's Kobe Thrower back out there at short. Outfield stays the same. Ty Graves still at second base. So here comes Curtis, getting his first mound time of the season here. Swing and a miss. Goes upstairs on Blankenship. Curtis, the 0-1, misses. And fly ball out to left field. Naps made that one look a little more interesting than it probably should have been, but he makes the catch for out number 1. Ground ball, Thrower off his glove, and that's an error. Going to get a runner. Landry reaches on the air. Ball hit the thrower who's been in the gym playing basketball for the last couple months. Pick-off attempt. Back plenty of time. Popped up, bunt. 0-2. Bunt came right back this way. And fouled off. Still 0-2. Their runner at first. Just missed outside. 1-2 now. 1-2, 1 out. Now behind the plate is number 13, Kane Guitro. Right off the fist. Foul ball straight back. Number 10 up there battling. Not giving in. Curtis, another pickoff attempt. Runner back in time. Pitch. The 1-2 misses up. Now 2-2. Breaking ball just missed outside. The full count now. Batter's done a good job of working it full now. And runner off. Throw down. Can't pick it out of the dirt. Gonna head to third. Bulls throw just a little high. So the strikeout is the second out, but the runner advances all the way around to third base on the missed throw down at second base. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Strike two. 0-2 now on the batter, Landry. 1-2 now. Strike 3 called. That'll do it. So no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on. We'll head into the bottom of the 4th. 6-3 Warriors. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Bottom of the 4th. Connor Harris due up to lead off for the Warriors. We are heading steadily towards the probably end of this scrimmage as the sun is steadily going down. We're probably about maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes left of daylight out here. And it's getting much chillier. Harris rolls one towards short, and the shortstop boots it on the backhand. Harris will reach on the air.
Next up, number 17, Luke Rougeau.
Harris on the run. And he dives in head first and is safe on the stolen base. Not the most graceful of slides, but he made it in safely. Rougeau up. Senior. Another catcher out there for the Warriors. Pop up on the infield. First baseman. I believe that's Alamo. Gets over. Catches it behind the mound for the first out. That's one of those ones as a coach you probably would rather your second baseman come get that ball. But Alamo got there, caught it. Be Jackson Sampson, senior, heading to the plate. A little conference there between pitcher and catcher. This year, as the rules have changed, you get one conference for free, and then after that, they're all going to count as visits. Ball in dirt, past the catcher. Harris going to move up to third base. Sampson. 1-0. Pitch misses out. 2-0. Sampson down to third. That's going to do the job and score the run. First baseman was off the bag. They're going to – Assumption coach is going to call timeout and ask for a bit of an appeal here. You know, the umpires are going to get together. The first base umpire had a good look at it. He was standing right in the middle of the diamond. It wasn't like he was on the other side of the field. I don't know what the home plate umpire was going to see that the field umpire did not see. Now I don't know whether he was able to keep a spike on the bag or not, but his foot definitely kind of pulled off, and he did kind of do the old little bit of a reach back with his foot, which sometimes is the indicator that your foot has come off the base. But either way, both the home plate umpire and the Assumption head coach get a good laugh out of it. Now due up for the Warriors will be a pinch hitter, number 3, Drew DiMattia, hitting for Bruyette. Again, these early season scrimmages, you're just trying to get as many guys, some ABs and some reps. DiMattia's ground ball to shortstop, thrown high. So another error on Assumption gives up another base runner. Jack Boyles coming up to hit. Boyles had a little infield single down the third baseline right off the end of his bat, his last AB. Did come around to score on Worthen's double. First and second, one out. Ball in the dirt, gets away. And thrown out at third. Now DiMattia takes off for second. Ball thrown over the second baseman's head, and then DiMattia gets hung out to dry. So that was not a lesson in base running right there from the Warriors, who get both runners thrown out on the base paths to end the inning. So just a single run put on the board, no hits, nobody left on. Heading to the top of the fifth, we'll be back. All right, we are back here for the top of the fifth inning. Couple defensive changes. Damadia back at shortstop. Over at first base is Jack Boyles moving from the outfield to first base. And a couple subs in the outfield and now in center field, Alex Mayu, and over in right field, Lee Abear. So outfield is from left to right, Naps, Mayu, Abear. On the infield from left to right, Worthern at third, Damati at short. That's still Ty Graves at second base, and Jack Boyles at first. Kane Yitro still behind the plate, and your new pitcher here for the fifth inning is number 5, sophomore Grant Smith. Due up first for the Mustangs is number 5. Wind now blowing straight out to center field. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Smith misses with the second pitch. That one looked pretty close. Not real sure with that one. That looks like one of those pitches that has regularly been called a strike here in this ball game. And that one's 3-0. So the first 3 have missed from Smith. And that one just outside. The ball 4 is a 4-pitch walk. Issued to lead off the top of the 5th. Warriors up 7-3. Had a chance to pour on a couple extra runs there in that last inning, but a couple base running mistakes ended that one pretty quickly for them. Squaring around a bunt. Ball outside. So Smith throwing 5 straight out of the zone to begin his inning. Squaring a bunt again. Pickoff attempt. Boyles wasn't even at the base. This is Barnes at the plate. See if he squares up again. Nope. No bunt. Little looper. Graves feels it, throws it to second. To Damadia, gets the out. The force out at second base. So the 4-6 fielder's choice gets the first out. Just a little soft looper. Graves had to move to his left. Almost spun away from him, but he was able to glove it, toss it over to Damadia at second base. One out here now in the top of the 5th. Runner still at first base. Goday at the plate. And time called. Smith taking just a little bit too long for Goday's liking. He calls for time. And looks like we're going to have a runner down at first base. Smith brings it to the plate. Runner takes off. And the ball gets into center field. And Coach Tookie going to call a timeout. Is that pitch Was called a strike. And we'll take a timeout on the mound visit. We'll be back. Alrighty, we are back. Mound visit done. Kind of sounded like there was maybe a catcher's interference there, but umpire didn't call. It didn't really look like Guitro made a whole lot of objection after he made that throw. So that pitch almost hit Goday. 2-1. Another breaking ball called strike. 2-2 now. That one lined sharply down the left field line. Foul ball out of play. The one out runner over at second base now. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from Guitro enough for the runner to advance. So now runner at third here with one out. Again, Warriors up by 4. Strike 3 called. Great pitch right there by Smith. Froze Goday for the second out. Now that'll be 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. First pitch missed just a little outside. Revere is the batter. Revere rolls one out. Graves fields it. Tosses it over to Boyles for the third out. So one runner left. No runs. No hits. One left on. We'll be back. Bottom of the 5th coming your way. It's the Warrior Broadcast Network. All right, we are back. Bottom two coming up. It will be Jack Boyles stepping to the plate.
Jack Boyles.
Boyles watches the first one. Breaking ball come in for strike one. It's Barnes on the mound for his second inning of work. Didn't throw very many pitches in that first inning. Boyles hits one up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Nice play out there by the shortstop. That's Goday, I think, out there. Range to the middle, to the glove side. Little pirouette. Throw out at first. That's where one of those ones where off the bat, as the batter, you think it's going to make it all the way through, but it just doesn't quite have enough steam on it to get through. Guitro up now. Hits one backside. That's going to get down and make it all the way to the wall. Guitro is going to be able to head to third. Going to be a stand-up triple for Guitro. Ball thrown into home plate. There's nobody covering the plate. Since that ball was off to the third base side, Guitro line drive out into right center field for the triple. And that'll bring up number 27, Bryce Worthern. Bryce Worthern with that extra base hit his last time up to drive in 2 runs. See if he can get another one and knock in Guitro at third. Guitro is a catcher. He doesn't run like a catcher, though. Got some speed. Worthern has a lot of different options to be able to knock in this run here. You can get a ground ball up the middle. Almost any decent fly ball will get it in. That ground ball hard off the third baseman. Or you can just hit one really hard off the third baseman's leg, and that'll get Guitro in.
Next up, 25, Alex Worthing.
Now, Alex Worthing stepping up. And a little bit of a, we'll just kind of call that a swing. I know Alex not going to like that. He probably wants that back. Ball 1. 1-1 now. Evens it up. Fouled that one off. 1-2 now. Alex Worthing up with his brother Bryce down at first. And Barnes steps off. Alex fouls it off. Still 1-2. A little bit outside. Even things up at 2-2. 2-2, 1 out. Runner down at first base. Again, 8-3 Warriors. Worthing high on the infield. Shortstop over to make the play for the second out.
Next up for the Warriors, number 29, Kobe Thrower.
And it'll be Kobe Thrower, coming up to hit. He's going to hit for Wyndham. Thrower backside, rolls it through. Bryce Worthing going to have to stop at second base. So Thrower on the first pitch he sees. Nice backside single.
Coming up to bat, number 4, Brody Curtis.
And Curtis going to come back up to hit. Curtis was hit for in the last his last at bat, but he's going to come back up here and brushes him back a little bit. 1-0. 2 down here as we are steadily seeing the sun completely leave the field. Just a little bit of sunshine on the field now. Curtis rolls it to the shortstop. 6-3. That'll do it. But run comes across for the Warriors on a couple of hits. Make it 8-3. And we'll come out for one more as we head into the top of the 6th. We'll be back. All right, we are back for the top of the 6th inning. Out on the mound for the Warriors, number 31, sophomore Parker Tennyson. Behind the plate looks like number 17, Luke Rougeau. Thrower back at short, everybody else. And then, again, Curtis back at second. Everybody else the same. Naps, Mayu, Abear in the outfield. And Bryce Worthing at third. Boyle still at first. Tennyson opens up. Couple of balls here. Tennyson working quickly. The lefty rolls a ground ball. Thrower picks up on the move. Tosses it to first. 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th. Tennyson. Strike 1 to Abear. I'm definitely going to have to hit the sprint to the back for the soccer game. Tennyson with a big old curveball. Just missed. And that fastball misses up and in. A little movement there from Tennyson. Good thing that ball did move back towards the plate, or it would have hit Abear. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Oh, strikeout. Nope. It's Abear. Abear does think it's strike three. He's walking off like it's strike three, but that was only strike two. I think he thought that curveball that Tennyson missed on was a strike. It was such a good pitch, but it's 1-2, or 2-2 rather. Sorry, 2-2 here. And another curveball misses outside. So that runs it to a full count now with one out. Swing and a miss. That's the strikeout. There we go. Parker Tennyson picks up the strikeout. The lefty doesn't throw hard, but it is effective, especially if you can get that breaking ball over for strikes. It will be tough for hitters to really kind of time up that fastball that does have some movement on it. Ball one. Not quite sure how that ball missed the hitter, but it did. He is all up on that plate. Fastball misses low. 2-0. If Tennyson can land a breaking ball here for a strike. Goes back to the fastball. That one missed, so 3-0. It's never really what you want to see coming out here. You get the first two batters out and then work the third batter to 3-0 count. Brings the strike in there for 3-1. And that one misses, so walk issued after getting the first two batters out. That'll bring up Blankenship. Tennyson now with the runner down at first. Miss high, arm side. Ground ball rolled through Worthern. Thrower picks it up, makes the throw. Got him! What a play right there by Kobe Thrower deep in the hole. And that'll do it for the top of the sixth inning. As Thrower makes a great play deep in the hole to get the out. And it looks like they're going to come out and try to get this last half inning in here in the bottom of the sixth. So we'll be right back. This is Warrior Broadcast Network. All right.
Six in for the Warriors, number 10.
Bottom of the sixth coming at you.
Abear.
Lee Abear going to lead off here in what will certainly be the last of the half innings. Abear hitting for naps. Connor Harris on deck still. Abear hits it up and out of play off the top of the first base dugout. One now, 2-1. Ball 3 called. And ball 4. So Abear works a walk to lead off the inning. And it will be Harris stepping up to the plate.
Number 9, Connor Harris stepping up to the plate.
Harris takes strike 1. And ball misses outside. Even it up, 1-1. Abear on the move. Steals it. Ball deflected off the glove of the second baseman covering. 2-1 now on Harris. Now the runner down at second base. It's Abear. Picked up that stolen base. Harris, little backside single. Abear going to round third. He's going to head for home. Relay throw. They're going to call him out. I do not think that is a very good call. Like maybe he missed the plate. Just couldn't quite get his hand around there to get it in.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 14.
Little bad angle sitting up here. Here comes number 14, Hayden East. Up to hit his first at bat. Harris with the backside single. Abear getting thrown out at home. Harris diving back in there. East fouls it off. Out of play. Towards the road. Ball in the dirt. Harris takes off for second. Gets into second, standing up. Yeah, it's about that time where these lights will be kicking on at some point. Not quite. Juice isn't quite flowing to them yet. So we gotta wait a little bit longer to be able to kick them on for the first time. count. Hayden East. East. Now 3-1, excuse me. East grounds one. Big chopper. Safe at first. Hayden East beats that out for the infield single. That ball hit the lip in front of home plate and just took off high. And East was able just to leg it out for the infield single. Mayu stepping in to hit for the first time. Alex Mayu hitting for Sampson. East hitting for Rougeau. First and third, one out. Mayu fouls it off. Alex Mayu, a.k.a. Mighty Mouse, out on the football field. Pitch up. Called for by the catcher. 2-1. The count on Mayu. That one misses up. They got Harris hung out to dry, but he gets back in. East takes second base as the first and third play. Ball went right back to the pitcher. They had Connor Harris dead at third base, but he was able to just sneak back. So now 3-1 to Mayu. And that one misses. Yep, that was a 3-1. Sorry. A little ahead of my counts here. Curveball just misses inside. Now that was ball 4. Mayu now jogs on down to first base. Damadia gonna step up to the plate. Ball in the dirt. 4-1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably going to be our last batter here on this broadcast. Either way, whether they decide to call it on the field, but I'm going to have to call it up here in the press box, because I'm going to have to head on back to the back to get to the girls' soccer game. We got a few more innings in, a little more time than I thought we did, or we're going to get here in this scrimmage. Damadia fouls another one off. Pitch high. 2-2. Now on the batter. Damadia swing and miss. First base occupied, so Damadia is out, and that will send me out of here. So thanks for tuning in. We'll have more baseball action coming up. Tune on over to the girls' soccer game. Will be coming up in just a little bit. But again, on behalf of myself, Coach Craig Taylor, voice of Warrior Athletics, I want to wish you, on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of St. Michael High School, good night, God bless, and go